And it is a semi-warm day in Buffalo, New York, as you see a shot over Buffalo City Hall. Two teams right in the middle of the playoff pack, ready to do battle here in Week 10 of the Simulation Football League. It's the Las Vegas Fury, traveling to the Great White North in Buffalo to take on the Queen City Corsairs. Welcome in to Conpro Field, the site of this Week 10 matchup. It's Chris Curtis, it's Brett Solberg, and we are ready to do battle. Queen City coming off a narrow win over Arizona. Vegas coming off a narrow loss against London, both of which trying to make sure the ship is righted going into the last couple weeks of the season, Brett.
Yeah, this is big game for both of these clubs here. Both teams looking on the outside of the playoff picture right now and looking to take any advantage that they can. Because if you look at any playoff history, the golden marker is 6 games. You got to win 6 games in this league to get a chance to get a wild card spot in these playoffs. And right now at 3 and 4, they got a little bit of climbing to do. Both these teams looking to climb these ladders. It's going to be an exciting matchup for sure.
100% is. Should be a lot of fun. See a couple of Queen City just coming off a bye week. They had their Week 8 matchup against Arizona, and then Vegas lost to London in one of the SFL's more entertaining games this season just a week ago. But either way, we are just about set for football as the coin toss is on your screen. The fun just getting started here in Queen City on this SFL YouTube presentation presented by APM Music. Your kickoff is next. Aerial coverage of today's game brought to you by Dags Droneworks, aerial photography and videography services in New York State. Find them on Instagram at Dags Droneworks or visit their website, dagsdroneworks.com. We're ready for football. Chris Ochoa back deep to receive the kick, and Queen City is going to start off on offense to get things going in Buffalo this evening. Ball's in the air, and we are underway in Queen City. Ball returnable from about the 10. Ochoa is going to put a shoulder down and get to about the 25. And go no further. Now we bring out the, I'd call him a charismatic enigma. That is AJ Caswell. He can be streaky. He also is a veteran of this league and has definitely proved his worth on more than one occasion. But when things go really well, they go really well. When things don't go really well, they don't go really well, Brett.
Yeah, he's got to play conservative in this game in order for Queen City to be successful.
See what they can do on 1st and 10. That's Jet 0 behind AJ Caswell over the middle. Short crossing pattern is going to be incomplete as that one will hit the turf harmlessly at 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that's not a good start when you're going to be a conservative quarterback like AJ Caswell getting into the hands of Merrick Itera on that deflection there. First pass, it's a little bit of a risky one, but here we are, 2nd down.
4 for 33, 218 through the air for Caswell in their last game against Arizona. No touchdowns, no interceptions, believe it or not. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 10. Handing it off to Jet 0 through the middle. He had a very good week a couple weeks ago against Arizona with just 14 carries and a whole bunch of yards. 1st and 10 on his first carry of the day as he moves the offense forward.
Yeah, and a big part of Queen City's turnaround has been the production of Jet 0. We've seen a little bit more work from him, including that 173 and 2 touchdowns from last week. So I expect to see a lot of him throughout this first half for sure.
About a 12-yard average of him, right? Free play for Caswell. He's going to put it out to 0, get it to the outside. He'll get about 8 yards, likely going to accept the penalty to give themselves another down. We will see.
Yeah, just a little bit too eager on that far end side for Sam Yeager, who has been up and down throughout this season here. He did have 3 tackles for loss in his last affair with London, so just a little bit jumpy. Just needs to collect himself here in this first quarter.
They do decline the penalty, which puts them at a 2nd and 2. So good stuff from Jet 0 to make them take a look. Yakov Zolotov on the line. They're going to spotlight him. We'll see what he does here on this 2nd down play. Offset I formation for Queen City to the left. Bringing some extra help. It's a run blitz to the right side. Trying to catch the edge. He does in the off-tackle run. 1st and 10, Jet 0. 3 runs so far, and he's got another 1st down towards midfield.
Yeah, and he's cruising along here with these 3 carries. This one a very easy job done by the offensive line on that right side, just to give 0 just enough space between either that gap or the outside. Just make a decision, and he gets that easy 1st down.
Deezer Powell, 17. Doug Spelling, 13 and 80. Christopher Ochoa, your wide receivers, are going to go over the middle, and this one's going to be intended for Doug Spelling. It'll hit the turf, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it was an easy read of the play by the corner just to swat his hands in front and just make it an easy work, more or less, there, and tells Caswell to, make smarter decisions if you're going to throw that football. Again, that's another deflection.
These are Powell typically going to line up at the bottom of the formation going left to right, and it'll be Ochoa at the top, the 1-2 receivers in this Queen City offense. Ready to go. Single back formation for Queen City. Chance for Caswell over the middle. That one's caught, first down and more inside the 40 to the 35-yard line. That's a great-looking grab for the tight end, Hubba Kimbrell, his first reception on his first target.
And we haven't seen a lot of Hubba Kimbrell throughout this season so far, just 2 receptions for 14 yards. So I think if Queen City is going to be a little bit more successful, they got to get him and James Matthew Jr. a little bit more involved, both tight ends.
Yeah, the James Matthew Jr., the primary target, more or less, of the tight end. This will be to the outside, put it in Zero's hands. Zero trying to break the tackle, but a great open field effort to make sure he does not go very far. And that is going to create a 2nd and long scenario as Zero's brought down.
Yeah, and Itera is probably going to be that main corner that's going to probably be on Jet Zero's sights a lot through those swing passes. So Itera starting off that battle between these two, successful, stopping Zero in its tracks.
Set eye again, 2 at the bottom of your screen. Tight offensive set otherwise. Defensive line's going to move right to left in Caswell's view. That's to the outside. Caught, trying to get to the first down marker. Deezer Powell. Good crossing pattern, but he couldn't quite get the edge against a speedy corner. And that'll be a 3rd and short coming up.
Yeah, and it looked like Powell was the inside man on the start of that set, where you also had, I believe it was Spelling, on that bottom going with a slant route to kind of misdirect the corners. So nice job getting that out route for a nice 8 yards.
Single back again. Caswell to throw, puts it in Zero's hands. First down, and he does get towards the sideline, not out of bounds, and gets hit like a truck after the first down marker. It is at the 23-yard line. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, if you want to keep Jet Zero down, you just got to hit him as quickly and hard as possible just to kind of stop in his tracks, because if Jet Zero gets moving, he's going to get literally moving, and he's going to get over 100 yards all-purpose. So it's got to be one of those defining kind of tackles right there.
51 yards in this drive. This will be the 10th play. Caswell's in the gun by himself. Look, pump fake, thrown, end zone. He's got it. That's a touchdown. He went over 5 members of the Las Vegas Fury coverage team to get that one done. And what a play for James Matthew Jr., the tight end.
And that's a combination of strength, agility, and just hands work there from Matthew Jr. And you said it correctly. You had both the safeties, and you also had, Max Jackson was the main guy that was the closest to Matthew Jr. And Matthew Jr. just used his hands, knew that he had a height advantage between all of his counterparts, and managed to grab that. Just an amazing display of work by that tight end.
23-yard pass to Matthew Jr. to end a 74-yard 10-play drive. And Judah Dorgan going to try to put up the extra point to start up this game for Queen City. This ball is up, and it is through. And what a drive, a statement drive, I'd say, at home for Queen City.
Yeah, it's a big one there, and you had a combination of passes along with some nice runs from Jet Zero. This is kind of what you want when you're trying to cook that Queen City offense and not get stifled, as they have in I would say, especially in the first half of the season, where their offense kind of got stifled early on.
Yep, very, very good work from Queen City's offense, and now they're going to kick it away and let Vegas have the football for a little while. This will be gone and deep off the foot of Judah Dorgan, returnable from the end zone. Out to the right, going the wrong way, and he's going to get taken down at about the 18-yard line is Doug Britton. Out on the field, Joseph Green. Decent week decent week yardage-wise, but he had a ton of interceptions in the loss against London. 6 of them on the board, 26 for 42 with 257 through the air.
He's had 22 interceptions this season as well, which is the most amongst the league, and he is currently lowest in QBR as well, so he needs to clean things up.
He's definitely going to need to do that. Scott Johnson on the first run of the game. He's going to get taken down behind the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 11. Scott Johnson, your main battery mate behind him. A-Star Miramontes also there. You have John Blades, Mason Kirby, Doug Britton, your trio of wide receivers, and then your tight ends Scott Fowle and Jackson Roberts. They're going to be your main offensive battery mates for the Vegas Fury. 3 and 4 coming off the loss to London. As mentioned, they're looking to right the ship and get themselves back into good position for the playoffs. 2nd and 11. Looking to throw it. That's going to be to the outside to Johnson again in the swing. He'll get a couple of yards back, make it 3rd and 8. That's the last thing Vegas wants, is a quick 3-and-out.
Yeah, and I think Queen City's defense is really going to focus on Scott Johnson here this week because they know Joseph Green is a little bit shaky in his last couple games. So they're really going to focus on eliminating Scott Johnson in terms of production, relying on Cody Griffin and Ted Haynes to really focus on those receivers.
Here we go, 5 wide. Joseph Green looks to throw it. Deep left side. That one's tipped and incomplete. Looking for John Blades. It didn't happen, as Queen City's defensive unit all over that one, as it will be Ted Haynes right there, as you mentioned.
Yeah, and speaking about those corners there, they're going to heavily rely on them, as well as King Jamal, who has 6 interceptions throughout this season. So really expect the safeties and corners really focusing on the receivers, and the linebacking core trying to focus on Scott Johnson.
A quick 3-and-out for Vegas. Not exactly what they wanted. Chris Ochoa back deep to return this punt, as this will be on the way here in pretty good time. Dustin McRack will go ahead and send this deep. Fair catch called for and received at the 40-yard line. They'll say the 41, and that's where Queen City will bring out this next drive.
Yeah, it's a very favorable position for Queen City there. It's just 59 yards to the end zone. So can they repeat the same performance as they did in that last drive? Kind of mix in a little bit of run and pass this time, but with a lead, I expect more jet zero runs here.
Yeah, absolutely. Give him the ball and watch him work. He was very efficient in his attacks last week, or a couple weeks ago. See what he can do in an offset eye. 2 to the left for Caswell. Handoff, as we thought, for Jet Zero. He'll get a couple yards forward, not too much, but he ends up with 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And it was pretty decent blocking from Spelling and Powell to kind of give Zero an opportunity to try to gain some yardage, and he decided to split the wide receivers and go through their middle, and it just didn't work out as well as he wanted to, because that could have been an 8-9 yard run, and it ended up only being 4.
We've seen him have some breakaway speed this season, no doubt, and he wasn't able to get it done there. Offset eye again, same formation, just about the same play. This will be to the left, and they go nowhere. In fact, he will gain only a yard. 3rd and medium coming up here for Queen City, which Yakov Zolotov saw it coming, got in, made the play.
And it was a combination tackle along with Day Drury to kind of stop Jet Zero on his tracks. And yeah, and like you said, off tackle run on the left side again, and this time they get stuffed. So now 3rd and 6 time. Here's your opportunity here, Las Vegas.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Deezer Powell at the bottom of your screen. See what they can do. Looking to throw it. Quick drop back, thrown deep left side. That one is caught,
gone.
And he is gone to the house. That is a touchdown. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that's Chris Ochoa who grabbed it to give the Corsairs. No, it is going to be Deezer Powell. He brings that in, and it is a 2-possession lead for Queen City.
And how about that? Just quickly, right away, Queen City gets another touchdown. And why not rely on Queen City's reliable wide receiver 1 in Deezer Powell? He's been always effective throughout his career. I remember having a wide receiver battle with him back, I want to say, in season 12 in just a yards competition there. And he's one of those truly elite talents. And if you need a touchdown, he's going to be that guy.
61 yards on the day on just 2 receptions. He's got a touchdown for Queen City. And that caps off a 3-play, 59-yard drive to give Queen City a 14-0 lead, as Dorgan will knock that one through to cap it off. And so a quick half of the first quarter and a quick 14-0 lead for Queen City. And that is absolutely what they needed to try to crawl back into the playoff race.
And very contrasting 2 drives, like you said. Just the first one, very slow and methodical and got their way. And then the second one, 3rd play in the drive, gets a nice little Deezer Powell touchdown on a very quick drive.
Doug Britton back deep for the return. This will be off the foot of Dorgan, and here we go again. From just inside the end zone. Returnable to the 10, 15, 20, left at the 20 to the 25, where he stays on his feet for a moment and gets taken down at about the 26-yard line. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Ready to go for Vegas' second drive. 3 in the backfield, including Scott Johnson. See what they can do on this first play. And off, right side, through the middle. Uh-oh, it is Scott Johnson getting broken away. He breaks a tackle, and on the first play of their second drive, he is gone. Scott Johnson to the house, and Vegas is back within a touchdown.
And I don't think that touchdown happens if it wasn't for the key block from A-Star Miramontes coming off to that right side, stopping that first line of defense from coming to Scott Johnson. And at that point, it was just breakaway speed time for Scott Johnson. All he had to do was just rely on his speed. And big David Tilley is not going to catch Scott Johnson, not even in his own dreams, as Scott Johnson gets one play to get Las Vegas back in this game.
We'll say that David Tilley has got a really fast 40 for a big man because he was able to keep up his speed for the most part with Scott Johnson. But either way, very, very good work on the offensive line and the fullback Miramontes to make that block happen and to make that run happen. And Vegas is back within a touchdown after the extra point, which is going to happen here in a second. 59 yards on that run. Or I'm sorry, 79 yards, 75 yards on the run. I can't speak today. That's fine. 75 yards on the run, and that will give Vegas a chance to get within 7 points. Kick is up and through, no issues. So very good work for Vegas. They get it done. Matt Rage adds on the extra ticker, and it's a 14-7 ball game.
Yeah, and the offense has done their work. Now the defense has to respond. They've allowed 2 Queen City touchdowns in 2 drives. They need to shore things up.
Yep, definitely got to fix things and not let Caswell and Jet Zero run all over you here. Matt Rage has it on the tee, ready to go with the kickoff and get it back to Chris Ochoa. Kick is up and gone, and we are underway once more. Returnable from about the 10-yard line. Ochoa through the middle will get taken down at about the 30-yard line exactly. And 1st and 10 for Caswell and company as Queen City comes back out. Queen City at 3-4, just outside of that playoff picture. As you mentioned, the magic number seems to be 6 wins to get themselves in. They've only got 3 games to do it. I mean, there are 4 games to do it, including this one, to get it done. So this is a tough way to go if they want to give themselves a chance. Caswell to throw. Puts it over left side. That one's caught, trying to break a tackle, but does get a first down. That's a good play from James Matthew Jr., the tight end. He had the touchdown earlier, has a first down here.
Yeah, very nice catch and run job by James Matthew Jr. Kind of a little bit of a tight end out that he got a catch a little bit early in that change of direction and manages to still run a little bit to get that first down.
Under center, Caswell 2 in the backfield. 7 in the box defensively for Vegas. Caswell will throw it on first down. Another catch. I believe this was same play, if I'm not mistaken. James Matthew Jr. Yes, it is indeed him. So that'll be a 7-yard completion set. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, it looked to be similar formation, almost the same play as Deezer Powell was going on that slant ends, and looked like Caswell kind of wanted to go onto that right side, but again, the tight end, James Matthew Jr., managed to get himself open, and you're going to take that 7 yards any day of the week.
I don't think they're going to run that play 3 times in a row, though. Merrick Itera was all over that hit to make sure Matthew didn't get away. Offset I formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff, Jet Zero trying to get through. No, he didn't quite break the tackle. Shoestring tackle on the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short coming up.
And it looked like one of the wide receivers was going to come in for the block as well, slanting in, and just didn't come in on time. So it gave plenty of opportunity for the Las Vegas defense to grab Jet Zero as quickly as possible, and Stover, first guy there.
Deezer Powell at the top of your screen. Chris Ochoa at the bottom of your screen. Moving left to right is Queen City. Looking to throw it. They'll go Jet Zero's way. Trying to get the first down. They do not. That was very close. I think that might have been a bad spot in my opinion. But 4th and inches coming up here for Queen City, and likely going to be a punt.
Yeah, I wouldn't say 4th and inches. I would say 4th and an inch. That was like you're talking conjoined twins close of how close that play was. Just crazy job from DeJury.
They do snap it and they fail. Wow. They do not get the first down, and Jet Zero not able to get to the marker. That 4th and an inch looks real long now as Vegas receives the ball.
And A.K. Jones was the man on the mission there. Manages to get past the center, Odette Boudreau, and manages to get to zero behind the line of scrimmage. I would say a full yard behind the line of scrimmage. And now Las Vegas starts at midfield. This is a huge opportunity for them to tie this game.
Very close. Big time for Vegas to get themselves back in this football game. What a Jekyll and Hyde first quarter we have. This will be a 2 to the bottom of your screen. Joseph Green under center. Southpaw will hand it off. That is Scott Johnson, who had a nice 75-yard run earlier for a scamper. He will get 5 yards here, make it 2nd and 5.
Yeah, and they'll call that a successful play for Las Vegas because 2 defensive linemen on that Queen City front broke through the offensive line of the Fury. More specifically, David Tilley just chose the wrong side to pursue from, and Scott Johnson still got a decent 4 yards out of it.
High formation, handoff. Scott Johnson gets lit up like a Christmas tree just after the line of scrimmage. He only gains a yard. B.J. Lovelace is all over him. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and those linebackers, especially Nathaniel Diggs and B.J. Lovelace, they're going to be on to task after that big 75-yard run from Scott Johnson to stop him. And Lovelace starts things off with a bone-crushing, spine-buster of a tackle.
Blades top of your screen. He may be the one to look at on this 3rd and medium. Nope, it'll be a run play for Johnson. Spins through 1, but gets bounced back to the middle of the formation, and he will get taken down at the line of scrimmage. And Queen City's going to get this ball back on with a punt coming from Vegas.
A little bit of a pinball move from Scott Johnson there as he deflects off one tackle and falls right into the arms of DJ Majesty and a quick 6. Oh, there's a penalty on the play here.
Oh, interesting. See where we're at.
Encroachment.
All right, so a free play, or I should say not a free play, but either way, the Fury will accept it. And that will actually give them, I believe, another shot here, if not the first down already.
Yeah, I couldn't remember how far they were from that first down line. I want to say they were still maybe a yard away, but that offense is out. So it's going to be 1st and 10 here at the 39, it looks like.
That's another chance given here to the Fury offense. That is not ideal if you're Queen City. 7 in the box defensively, I formation, and chance for Green to go deep, and he is gone. John Blades gets the touchdown, and Vegas comes back to likely tie the game.
And here's the thing about Las Vegas's offense. They're very much boom or bust. And this point, they went boom with Mason Kirby going deep, beat his complimentary wideout on a very duck-like throw, very much of a flip-flop kind of throw, but nonetheless, it found its target. Mason Kirby just had to walk his way to the end zone. And like you said, Vegas is an extra point away from tying this up.
And John Blades actually usually in that spot in the formation. Mason Kirby took that spot instead and had Blades, I think, play the middle. Either way, he comes up with the score to get them more or less even in this football game. This will be a Matt Rage extra point. And this first quarter has seen some points. No doubt about that. Kick is on the way. It is up, and it is through from Rage. And we are 14-all near the end of the first quarter of play.
Man, you said it right away. Jekyll and Hyde. Queen City up 14-0. It looked like everything was going their way. And then 2 straight scores, you could say, from Las Vegas to tie this game up. Just kind of shocked these fans here in Buffalo. Just an amazing job to come back, this Fury squad.
A little bit of whiplash from the crowd right now. 39-yard touchdown throw from Joseph Green to Mason Kirby. And Queen City about to get this ball back, returnable for Ochoa from the 10. Through the middle, and he will get taken down at the 39-yard line or 29-yard line to get things started for Queen City. So here come the Corsairs trying to answer after the turnover on downs led to a touchdown for Vegas.
Yeah, they got about a minute left in this first quarter. How insane would it be to see 35 points scored just in the first quarter alone?
It'd be wild for sure, but I wouldn't put it past. We've had a couple of quick strikes so far in this game. Offset eye. Deezer Powell, top of your screen. They're going to go Jet Zero's way. Deezer Powell going to block, and he misses his block there, and it is going to be Zero who gets hit pretty hard after a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, and it looked like Yakov Zolotov was just on the wrong side of the football if he was going to go kind of try to defend that swing pass. So they had to rely on Dejuri to come in to grab that secondary help to get that tackle. Nonetheless, it's a 5-yard gain for Queen City.
Under center. Caswell has 0 behind him. The throw. Puts it in the fullback's hands. This is going to be forward. And it is indeed a 3-yard gain. That's decent, but not quite going to get the job done to get the first down. Either way, they'll take it.
Yeah, and Caswell's playing a little bit more conservative. He had a couple options on the slant play because the corners were very much sagging off. They were almost in line with the safeties. So when they went with the slants up top, especially with it looked to be Doug Spelling to get that slant, they could have gotten the first down.
Comasack on the catch there, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-all, Queen City and Vegas, couple playoff hopefuls doing work in Week 10. The Simulation Football League on YouTube, presented by APM Music. Inside ComPro Field, Week 10 of the SFL. As Queen City trying to respond after giving up the lead. Caswell to the outside. That is Comasack again, trying to lower the shoulder. Not going to work. 2 straight plays to him, and he will at least get them a first down and move the chains.
Yeah, and Queen City will take it at this point. I think they do want to slow things down a little bit. Now that we've seen a couple plays, 2 swing passes to Comasack here, this time getting the first down. And now Queen City kind of wants to control things, slow things down, and make sure that Las Vegas's offense doesn't get back out on the field. So a good job there to get that first down.
Nobody in the backfield with Caswell. He's got 5 wide out there. He is under center, though. Looking to throw it. 3-step drop. Plenty of time. Deep over the middle of the field. That one's caught. What a ball over the middle. Past the 40 to the 37-yard line. They'll say 36. What a grab that was in tight coverage from Vegas.
And it was a good run from Doug Spelling as well. Gets himself a very nice post route. Started on the inside of Chris Magel and just beat him just with his speed alone after changing direction with his post route. Get to the middle and had to rely on the Vegas safety to tackle. So great job just from Doug Spelling alone.
He'll be at the bottom of your formation here as he gets ready to go. Actually, he's in the slot, it looks like. Tight offensive set. Looking to throw it, put it over the right side, and I think a little bit of a miscommunication there on the route. Either way, a 2nd and 10 coming.
Yeah, very unorthodox throw from Caswell there. Kind of missed his target by about a few yards too long and a few yards too much to the right. We don't really see that too much. Could have been just a small miscommunication of where the receiver wanted to go on that. But nonetheless, it's an incompletion. And at the end of the day, you go 0 for 1, it's 0 for 1.
Maybe a block and release that just never really released on time. That could be under center for Caswell. 2 to the left, 2 in the backfield. Tight defensive set. They'll only send 4, though. That's over the middle. That's a nice ball. And a first down to boot. What a play, as they will find Comasack over the middle of the field. And 3 catches on this drive for the fullback.
Yeah, and Comasack this time kind of just slipped himself away from the entirety of the Las Vegas defense. And even though Caswell maybe overthrew it a little bit and Comasack had to jump for it, nonetheless, just a great catch.
Comasack had no activity on the offensive side of the ball as far as catches a week ago. Or 2 weeks ago. This is going to be a chance for Jet 0 on the swing. He will get a first down and more inside the 20 to the 14, and they'll be in the red zone.
Yeah, and Hubba Kimbrell didn't give him too much help, just blocking a few yards ahead of him as 2 other defenders were basically on Zero's side. But nonetheless, great showing of strength from Zero just to will himself to get to that first down.
8th play of the drive. They've gone 57 yards from here. They need to go 71 yards to get the score. Under center, Caswell puts it outside to Zero. He's going to try to burn the edge here. Get to the sideline. He's going to get taken down, though. It'll be 2nd and 3 as they get to the 7-yard line.
Yeah, and I'm really thinking if James Matthew Jr. went and blocked Yakov Zolotov instead, I think Zero would have gotten that touchdown. But nonetheless, another nice 7 yards. They've got 7 to go for pay dirt.
Everything is through the air on this drive for Caswell. Nothing on the ground. They haven't even tried. Zero's in the backfield as the deep back. They'll hand off to him. First run play of this drive. Through the middle. Big shoulder tackle, and he is in. Jet 0 laying wood and getting points for his squad. Touchdown, Corsairs.
That's a big bone shattering block of a tackle. I think that was Dapson Bugnut, the recipient of the shoulder block from Jet 0 as he just cruises himself down the middle. No, that was Itera. Excuse me there. I thought I saw a 2 instead of a 9. So I'm probably as blind as most people these days today. So nonetheless. Yeah, I know, but regardless, Queen City's back up on the board as we try to change subject.
Right. Right. Judah Dorgan coming up with the extra point here in a fairly short order. But yeah, you cannot underestimate the size of that oof that Merrick Itera just took. No doubt about that. That's an extra point for Dorgan on the high snap. Does put it through, and it is indeed a 21-14 game for Queen City.
Yeah, it immediately made me think of that meme of the soccer coach going oof on the sidelines. Just a great display of strength. And this isn't the first time we've seen this. This has happened on many occasions.
Yeah, he's a Jet Zero scrappy. He realizes when he has the leverage and when he doesn't, for the most part. This will be kicked and gone from Dorgan, returnable from about the 5 from Doug Britton. Britton can break them. He has the 4. He'll get all the way to the 27 here, and that is where Vegas will start this drive. We've seen 35 total points in a quarter and a quarter and a fourth, I believe, as we get into this game. Whoever has the over, I think it might be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, with the over-under being 54.5, we're looking to probably cruise this down away. It looks like we're on pace for at least 90-plus points between the two teams.
Green 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff coming for Robert Johnson. That's going to be through the middle. Not happening there. And Scott Johnson, excuse me. And he's going to be taken down after a quick gain.
Yeah, and Queen City going back to their game plan here, trying to use their linebackers to stop Scott Johnson. BJ Lovelace once again with a big key tackle there, as he's the highlight of the screen right now. As, again, it possibly looks like they're going to go Scott Johnson again on this goal line.
Very well could. Tight offensive set. Does usually equal a run play in this offense, but instead they'll throw. Green to the outside, does put it in Johnson's hands. Going to try to get the edge. He'll spin away from one. Doesn't get away from the second one. Gains a couple. 3rd and 5 coming up, 3rd and medium.
That was a good display of speed there from Andre Krim, the defensive end, to get to Scott Johnson to at least halt him a little bit so that the second tackler could come in and stop him. But nonetheless, a nice gain, and sets up a 3rd manageable for this Las Vegas team.
1 to the left, 1 to the right. Offset I formation for Joseph Green. 7 in the box defensively. Handoff Johnson. Going to try to use his shoulders, but it does not matter. He's taken down like a truck just past the line of scrimmage. It'll be 4th and 4 and a punt upcoming for the Fury.
Yeah, and King Jamal is that prototype safety that we see nowadays. That's a combination of smooth hands and nice hits to get tackles for losses. So a big play there from King Jamal to stop Vegas's hot offense on their tracks.
Dustin McRack is going to be your punter for Vegas. Back deep is Ochoa. Good hang time on this punt. Gets all the way back to about the 20-yard line. He'll be taken down at the 22, and to go no further than that. Have you checked out video content produced by our community lately? Catch the Sim Pod every week, SFL Crunch Time and Road to Glory every Wednesday night, SFL Nights with AJ Stryker premieres Thursday nights, Say It With Your Chest on Fridays, and NETMA can be seen all week long at 7 Eastern. Every week, the live show schedule can be accessed through our Discord server at the top of the channel listing. Just look for the events tab. First play from scrimmage on this drive for Queen City, capping off a real good drive last time that ended up in a touchdown. Chance for Jet Zero. Doesn't have the angle to lower the shoulder. He'll get 3 on this play.
Yeah, and Zero was going to go once again, splitting between Doug Spelling and Deezer Powell through the middle of the receiver core, but this time he was stopped by Day Drury, who came from the opposite side of that defensive linebacking set and manages to get him for, instead of a first down, just 3 yards.
1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. 0 is behind him. Throw to the right side. That one's caught. Good pattern going laterally is going to get James Matthew Jr. his 3rd catch of the game, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and it's worked a couple times here, this tight end out route on the opposite side of the receivers. And James Matthew Jr. is very much taking advantage of it. That's the 2nd time that he's gotten that out route catch and gotten that first down. So that might be a reliable play coming through the game.
Check that 4th catch of the game for Matthew Jr. 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top of the formation for Zero. He gets the handoff here. Another shoulder tackle, and he just puts a body on the ground. That's a 6-yard run through the middle, 2nd and 4.
Yeah, these corners for Las Vegas are not going to be happy seeing Jet Zero all game. First it was Merrick Itera, and this time it was Chris Magel that got a nice shoulder. I swear, I think Jet Zero's shoulders are made out of concrete at this point with how many of these block tackles that he's had.
He knows how to use them, no doubt about that. Zero's in the backfield here. See where Caswell goes with this ball. Puts it in Zero's hands, trying to get the outside. Not able to do so. He makes it a 3rd and 2. It'll be a short 3rd down, but a great open field tackle to knock him down and stop him getting the first.
Yeah, and Bugnut did a great job to get to Jet Zero, knowing that the swing pass was happening, and get to him before any big damage was made, because if he wasn't there, that possibly could have been easily 15, 20 yards.
Offset I formation. Chance for Caswell over the top. That one's caught and more down inside the 40-yard line to the 35. And that is great work from the fullback again. It's Chris Komasak, his 5th catch of the game so far.
And speaking about reliable plays, again, it's Chris Komasak that's kind of just slipping himself through and becoming almost that 4th wide receiver or 5th wide receiver in these sets, coming out of the backfield and basically being in line with these receivers. So great speed and great job just using his hands so far in this first half to be kind of that reliable 4th, 5th receiver option.
Check that. That's Komasak's 4th catch, but he's got over 40 yards through the air so far. 1st and 10. Looking to throw it. Plenty of time. Throwing short. Got a catch and a 1st down. A little bit closer to that end zone. 1st and 10 again as they get just about the 25-yard line.
And they're relying on these short catches here, these catch and run situations, especially on these last couple plays. And Matthew Jr., once again, the recipient of another nice throw from AJ Caswell, who is playing a lot smarter and a lot more safe as compared to his first drive. So great job from Caswell.
All right, 2 in the backfield. Handoff. Oh, big tackle there at the line of scrimmage as Jet Zero gets turned inside out. 2nd and 10 coming. Linebackers coming up to make the hit.
And you have to think that was a statement tackle made by Day Drury to kind of give a reminder to Jet Zero, hey, don't bully my corners here or else I'm going to lay the thunder on you and possibly try to send you to the Shadow Realm.
I like it. I like it. We are looking at a 2nd and 10. Handoff Zero, trying to work the off tackle, trying to use the shoulder, and that's not going to work. Mercatera knew it was coming and knocks him down.
Yeah, and a big play there because Jet Zero was patiently looking for his open space, looking for his blockers to make the space for him, and it just wasn't happening. There was too many defenders on that Las Vegas side, and it resulted in just a couple yards.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Empty backfield for Caswell. Looking to throw. 5-step drop over the middle. That one's caught and it's in. That's a touchdown for Queen City, who resumes their 2-touchdown lead. It's Chris Ochoa.
Yeah, and these wide receivers for Queen City are really recognizing where the Vegas secondary is playing. Again, it's being beat on the inside as Chris Ochoa goes on a post route to the middle and just beats Max Jackson ahead of him and gets to the end zone no problem. So Queen City, once again, 2 straight drives, 2 straight scores, and they're possibly back up 14 again.
Great work. Great work from the Queen City offense, who again brings it all the way downfield with really no interruption to their game plan. Methodical drives seem to be the name of the game today. Judah Dorgan puts up the extra point, and that is through. And another 2-possession lead, 2-touchdown lead for the Corsairs. And Vegas needs an answer in the worst way as we get about most of the way through the second quarter.
And the big thing there is the drive was very slow, as you'll see. 3 minutes and 58 seconds, almost 4 minutes taken off that clock there. So if Las Vegas wants to respond here, they don't have as much time as Queen City did. They've got 2:55 here.
Up and gone. Chance for Doug Britton from his own 5. The 20, 25, left at the 25 to the 27-yard line. Let's say 26. And Vegas, like I said, they need an answer. They need to find it in the worst way, as they do not want to go down any further than these 2 scores, especially going into halftime. Queen City did receive the ball to start this game, so Vegas will get it at the start of the second half. But we really don't want to get, don't want to get to that point down more than 2 scores.
Exactly. Watch Scott Johnson on this one here.
Chance in the I formation through the middle, and that is 2nd and 10. Nothing doing on that run as Scott Johnson gets hit hard. Good day for him so far. 83 yards on the ground, averaging over 10 per carry.
Yeah, and it was just that one big 75-yard run, and that was I was kind of thinking possibly a deja vu moment, and Queen City was there to stop that deja vu moment from happening. It was almost pretty much the exact same spot as well. Possibly could have been 74 yards, but no, 0 it is.
Offensive set handoff Johnson through the middle, and that'll be a 9-yard run, or an 8-yard run on second down, making it a 3rd and short. That's clutch, and that'll open up the playbook for Vegas.
Yes, very much so. And with just over 2 minutes here left to go, they maybe have one play if they can quickly get to the formation, but it doesn't look like we might hit the 2-minute warning here.
They're going to try. Nope, not going to happen. 2-minute warning, so that's one of the clock stoppages before the end of the first half. 3 timeouts still for Vegas, though. They still have plenty of time to get that done. 2-minute warning in Buffalo, Compro Field. It is 28-14 Queen City. It's the SFL on YouTube, presented by APM Media. Buffalo crowd getting loud, trying to will their team to a stop on 3rd and 2. I formation, tight set. This will be a throw. Green puts it to the outside, puts it in the hands of Grubb. Oh, chance. The spin move on the screen pass did not work, and Johnson's going to get hit hard. They indeed forced the 3rd down failure, and it'll be a punt upcoming for Vegas.
Yeah, and Queen City brought 3 defenders to Jet Zero side as opposed to 1 lineman helping out with them. So it just seemed like doom from the start on that swing pass. And I'll give credit to Scott Johnson. He tried as best as he could to get that 1st down, but to no avail.
Upcoming for Vegas. Chance for Chris Ochoa to go deep on this. Long time taking to snap this ball as they're letting the clock tick down. Dustin McRack will put it deep for Ochoa from the 25-yard line, and he will get hit right there and knocked down pretty hard. 1st and 10 for Queen City. They'd love to add more points before the end of this first half and put this game almost entirely out of reach with half a game to go.
Yeah, if they can get a touchdown with 1:08 left to go here, it makes it 3 scores. And Las Vegas, you have to think in the halftime talk would have to change their game plan, especially defensively, to kind of switch things up.
Under center, 2 to the left, 2 to the right, over the middle. That one's tipped and incomplete. That one had a chance. James Matthew Jr., his first drop of the game as he was anticipating contact, couldn't bring it in.
And it looks like Queen City's still going to go short here, is to go with a nice slant route, possibly do Matthew Jr., who has been a nice short route option throughout this first half. But it really depends on how they want to approach this, because they won't get the football back in the second half. So it's either score here or just let the clock run out.
Plenty of time to make that choice, and they don't really have to. They're not in a hurry at this point. From the 24-yard line, Caswell will throw to the right, quick little out route, and move it to the 1st down marker. He was forced out of bounds at the 37-yard line, but good work offensively for Queen City. But that's what I mean. They're not in a hurry to stop the clock. Chris Magel comes up and makes the hit to force him out of bounds.
Yeah, and just a nice little short out route, and all Spelling had to do is just run himself past the 1st down marker, which he got, and then he got himself out of bounds. So now they can take a little bit more time to breathe, kind of rejuvenate themselves, and kind of make that decision as we get trips to the bottom here.
See where they go with this. This is an interesting formation in this situation. Looks like they're going to send extra help at Caswell here. Nope, they send 4. Put it in Zero's hands. Zero has some room to the outside, and he will be able to get out of bounds to stop that clock as well. Maybe they do decide to work on putting some points up as they get 9 yards there.
Yeah, and it's been smooth cruising here for this Queen City offense as they've been getting roughly 7, 8, 9 yards per play here and per completion as well. So, yeah, it looks like they're trotting down the field here to at least get into field goal position here.
Offset I formation here. 4 in the box, or 4 defensively on the line. They'll send 4. Caswell to throw it. Throws right side. That one's caught over the middle anyway. And that one will be a no-huddle catch over the middle for Queen City, who starts to try to move the ball. They get a 1st down, but the clock continues to tick, tick, tick away. Putting it to the outside. That one's caught as well. That one finds a target that is indeed Deezer Powell at the bottom of that formation. He'll get 6 more yards, and out of bounds he goes.
Yeah, and inching themselves forward here at the 38-yard line. Still, I would say, outside of Judah Dorgan's range, I would say maybe another 10 yards, and they'd be a little bit more safe. So Queen City's definitely looking to score here.
In the gun. Caswell by himself. He's got one at the bottom, one at the top of the formation. Looking to throw. Left side. Out route again. Good little tippy toe play. Make it 3rd and 2 as Deezer Powell brings that one in as well.
Yeah, and again, it's going with that out route, going to Deezer Powell, getting those short yardage plays converted essentially, and now sets up a 3rd and 2 wide open playbook. You've got tons of decisions to make here.
Wow, that's yeah, like you said, all 3 timeouts as well. We are ready to go though. Let's see. Plenty of time. They're at least in a long field goal range for Dorgan. This will be 0. Trying to make it a little better. 1st down and more. They're going to have to take a timeout here, and they do. First time out of the 3 that they have available.
Yeah, and they still have 30 seconds left, so I believe they would have at least 2 or 3 more plays to keep pushing forward if they don't get to the end zone to set it up even more favorable for Dorgan. So great job just getting that 1st down alone.
1st and 10. 2 to the bottom, 1 at the top. 2 in the backfield for Caswell. Options on this play. Gotta get it away first. Thrown, caught, and timeout taken. That's good timing to not let that much time get away, but they are down to 1 timeout left.
Yeah, 4-second play there. They are down to 1 timeout, so possibly another play that results in a Deezer Powell out route catch could be in store here. But again, that playbook is still wide open, so they have a lot of options to go through.
2 to the right. Caswell's under center. Looking to throw it over the middle. That is incomplete. That was dangerous ball in a very tough spot. And it's going to hit the ground harmlessly. Doug Spelling, your intended target.
Yeah, it looked like it was just off the fingers of Doug Spelling, and it kind of stayed up in the air a little bit longer, kind of shedding off an extra second off the game clock there, as now Queen City has a 3rd and 7 here. They're definitely in Dorgan range, so there's no worries about getting points out of this, but I would like to think they still want the 1st down.
I like to think they still want the touchdown, and they may go for that in this spot. Caswell looks to throw over the middle. That one's caught. 1st down and more. They do get that 1st down, and they go no huddle here with the time starting to go faster here. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. 2, 3 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Caswell to throw. Throws right side. That was caught. They take their last timeout, and this is likely where we see Judah Dorgan come in to take a chance on the kick with the 11-yard line.
Yeah, very much likely it's going to be Judah Dorgan here. They have potential to get a quick 2-3 second play there, but yeah, you'll see Judah Dorgan coming out here, setting up for the field goal. This is going to be from, if I'm not mistaken, just under 30 yards. I'm going to say 28.
Yeah.
Hey, I can do my math here.
It's difficult. It's difficult when you're on the spot. Middle of the hash marks for Dorgan. Snap good, hold good, kick up and on the way. It is up and it is through with no issues. I'll say officially 27, but I think they might have shortchanged him a little bit. Either way, 31-14, now a 3-score game in Buffalo. Update from Arizona. The Desert hosting a game between the Scorpions and the DC Dragons. The Dragons just had a punt block that turned into a touchdown. That game going on in our sister station over simulationfl.net, or twitch.tv/simulationfl. If you wanted to go dual screen and watch us both at the same time, definitely invite you to do that. Ready to go on this kickoff, as this will be returnable from Doug Britton at the 2. Broken tackle, and he'll get taken down at the 21-yard line, and that is where this quarter, that's where Vegas will come out for likely 1 play before the end of the first half.
No, that's the end of the quarter, my friend.
Oh, there you go. End of the first half. That's done. 31-14. Corsairs over the Fury. A 3-possession game in Buffalo. Let's talk with Brett Solberg on a Jekyll and Hyde first quarter that turned into a more dominant performance for Queen City in the second quarter.
Yeah, and I think the fault for Las Vegas has really been the secondary just being beat on the inside too many times, and that's what's resulted in Queen City getting these 31 points and kind of just leaving things off. But like you said, they did a good job the first time getting back in this game, starting off with the 75-yard run from Scott Johnson and then making a nice drive afterwards after getting the football back to tie the game. But again, once Queen City got the football in that second quarter, it seemed like they could do no wrong. They had a bunch of nice little short plays, a nice couple of 8 to 12 yard plays that occurred as well, and they just got what they wanted. They got 2 more touchdowns, and then as they ended the second half, they got a field goal to extend this lead to 3 scores, make it 17 points. So Las Vegas has a lot to talk about in the locker room to kind of fix things, especially defensively. I think offensively, there's really not a lot of issues right now. It's just trying to keep up with Queen City's offense.
Mason Kirby had one of the highlight plays for Vegas. That was a long touchdown off the right side, as well as Scott Johnson has the other one, a 75-yard touchdown run. Caswell has gone to 3 different receivers for touchdowns in this first half, and their highlight was a Deezer Powell bomb over the left-hand side. That one turned out to be the longest play from Queen City in this first half. And other than that, yeah, it's been a pretty good game for the Queen City offense. They haven't had a lot of pressure on their defense. They're winning the field position battle. And AJ Caswell, 36 times he threw in that first half, 31 for 36, and he's averaging 9.1 yards per attempt as of right now, with no blemishes on the record versus 3 touchdowns. But Vegas gets the ball back to start the second half. See where they go and see what Doug Britton can do to start this second half, as the ball is up in the air and gone just inside the field of play from the end zone. Juke left, taken down at the 24-yard line. Chris Curtis, Brett Solberg with you in Buffalo, New York. Week 10 matchup, Queen City leads over Vegas into a game again between 2 playoff hopefuls at this point, Brett. And right now, I think the momentum absolutely belongs to Queen City.
Yeah, they completely dominated the second quarter, and I would like to think they're going to try to carry this momentum forward, and it starts here to try to stop Las Vegas. For Las Vegas, they need to get a score here to stop this dry spell.
Offset I formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right for Green with a 7-step drop. Deep over the middle of the field. That one's caught! Oh, what a good play to start things out for Vegas on the first play from scrimmage. It's Mason Kirby over the middle of the field.
And you have to think they're going to start doing more boom or bust plays as they're down 17, and they start things off right away with Mason Kirby getting nice amount of space just down the middle of the field. He beats Jorge Torres, the free safety, ahead of him by at least a couple yards, and leaves Joseph Green no choice but to throw it to him. A very nice start for this Las Vegas offense.
Very good work from Joseph Green. We'll see what they can do on 1st and 10 just past midfield as they try to get a methodical drive going for themselves. Green goes to the outside, puts it in Johnson's hands, has an open field, tries to get some momentum, and he's going to get lit up after a 6-yard gainer going forward. Tyler Falk and Shane Kaufman on stats today. Thanks to those gentlemen for making us sound way smarter than we actually are. Is talking about more myself than Brett, because he's pretty smart himself. But either way, it is as a pleasure having you guys aboard for this one. Tight offensive set for Vegas. In the offset I, Johnson in the backfield, he'll get the ball on a second down play. Tries to spin, but he does have enough for the first regardless, and they move the chains.
Yeah, and Scott Johnson is probably going to be a little bit less reliant on just those handoff runs, and we might see few of this, as perhaps this passing game for Las Vegas is going to start get going here, because Joseph Green's only thrown this ball 7 times so far as opposed to Caswell's 36, so we might see a little bit more involvement through the air.
Pretty good so far. 3 to the top, 1 at the bottom, over the middle, tipped and incomplete. Nothing turnover-wise on the day except for the turnover on downs earlier, as the lead comes up to make the play on that, along with BJ Loveless, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and both teams have been pretty smart in terms of just ball possessions and ball security, so we haven't had to say much about any miscues on both sides of offenses, so it's been a great job from both these teams.
Field goal on the board for DC. They bring it back to a 2-point lead in Arizona. They're in the 4th quarter of play right now. 2 to the right. Handoff. Scott Johnson through the middle. Oh, we get taken down from behind. If he's able to get the Jets going, he may very well get to the end zone there. That's a very good defensive play.
And look who it was. It was David Tilley. He was the last guy running towards Scott Johnson on that big run that he had in the first half, and he uses his speed again. Like, you kind of forget that he's 305 pounds. Like, he's got those deft feet, I guess you could call them.
Yeah, you can say a very athletic 305 pounds. And I bet you said to Johnson before getting back to the huddle, hey, I told you I was going to catch you. That's Johnson breaking a tackle, though, and he does get the first down as they get closer and closer to the red zone here.
You know, this is an interesting game plan from Las Vegas through this drive here, really relying on Scott Johnson after getting a big catch from Mason Kirby. So it's very interesting how this rest of the drive is going to go. 22 yards to go.
Talk about it. I mean, Joseph Green unofficially has only thrown the ball 8 times. 9 now. Is this going to be to the left? Caught. And he will get the first down. That was close. John Blades comes up with the grab. His first catch in a while. It'll be 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that's only the second or third receiver on this Las Vegas team that's really connected on passes. Whereas Queen City, all of their star receivers have found at least one reception to themselves. So it's very contrasting kind of games from both these teams.
3 to the right, 1 to the left for Joseph Green, 1 to the backfield. 7-step drop thrown on a short cross. That is a catch and a 6-yard gainer for John Blades. 2 plays consecutively, 2 catches for him, and it'll bring it to 2nd and medium.
And here comes the passing game here, albeit short plays, which is very unorthodox on Las Vegas's passing offense. They like to go deep and they like to go for pay dirt here, so they're kind of changing things up to kind of swerve this defense.
This will be a chance for Johnson through the middle, trying to get there. He's going to get taken down. It is 3rd and 3. This is a big 3rd down coming up here, and there's David Tilley on the stop. But you talked about the short plays on this drive. Their average before that throw, 9.6 yards per attempt for Joseph Green.
Yeah, and this going back, it's going to be a very crucial 3rd down here. I'd like to think they need to score to kind of keep up with Queen City's pace.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for Joseph Green. 2 in the backfield. One of them is Johnson. Looks to throw. Back of the corner of the end zone. Wow. And it's caught. I thought that was knocked away. It's Mason Kirby again, bringing that one down, and they're back within a touchdown.
Yeah, and you had my thoughts exactly there. I thought the diving hands from what I think was Cody Griffin on that side manages to get through.
Wow.
Just by inches. Like, it was so close, and it gets into the hands of Mason Kirby. He's got touchdown number 2, and this was a very crucial 6 points for Las Vegas. Now they're back in this game. They're down 11, potentially 10 after this extra point, and now it makes it a very big opportunity for this defense to maybe make a stop here against Queen City's offense.
6 pass plays, 4 run plays on that drive. 77 yards on 10 plays, and the extra points added on by Matt Rage. So it's 31-21, not back within a touchdown, back within 10 points to get it to a 2-possession game. Great job capping it off with Mason Kirby catching that in the corner of the end zone. And we are ready to go again as Queen City's going to get this ball back. And we've been here before. Vegas needs to stop in the worst way to get back in this football game.
Yeah, and it starts with this drive. You need to big thing, I think it's going to be a lot of jet zero, so they need to stop jet zero.
This one's going to be up and gone. Ochoa is going to return it from about the 10-yard line. Most of his returns have been starting from there. He will go to the left here, work the middle, then went further left. Gets taken down at about the 29-yard line. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6 and SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions. Plus articles from our content team, including Power Rankings, What We Learned, the Read Option, and Talent Factories feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. 3 bunch to the left for Caswell. Thrown. That was caught. That was a difficult catch to make through a waving defender's arms, and that is a 5-yard completion to boot.
Yeah, and good start for this Queen City offense as they kind of want to control the time of possession game here. Nice Doug Spelling catch, and here we go. It's Queen City. You've been in this situation before, and you've led Las Vegas back in this game. So this offense, they need to keep this drive alive, maybe shed a lot of clock, or maybe score from this.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Caswell to throw with the float over the middle. That is going to hit the turf harmlessly there. 3rd down. Matthew Jr. has a bit of a dry spell going as far as his catches go. A couple of targets with no catch there.
Yeah, and this time it was good coverage, at least just being around James Matthew Jr. to at least make it a difficult catch for Matthew Jr. And this time he doesn't catch it, and it results in a very rare 3rd down opportunity for Queen City. 3
to the left, 1 to the right. See what they can do. 0 is in the backfield. Put it left side. That one's caught. Got to turn the corner. The first down and more, and then close to the out-of-bounds marker. 1st and 10. They do move the sticks, which is exactly what was necessary there to keep this drive alive. 1st and 10 coming up.
And I shouldn't say rare because I read the wrong part of my my stat sheet here. They're now 7 of 10 on 3rd down conversions. That's a big thing that Las Vegas needs to stop here.
See where they go. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Deezer Powell at the top of your screen. Handoff, Jet 0, and that is going to be a nowhere run. He loses a yard in the process as Vegas gets to him. It is 2nd and 11. Another entertaining game for Vegas this week after an entertaining game against London last week did not go their way. But very good stuff from them to try to stay in this football game. Now is when they really need to batten down the hatches and stop this offense. Offside I formation for Caswell. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw it, puts it in Zero's hands. Going to try to work it. Shoulder tackle to keep him going forward. And it'll be a couple of yards, 3rd and long still coming up. But great effort from Zero to get back to the line of scrimmage at least.
Yeah, and like I said, those concrete shoulders of Jet Zero just inching however much forward he can get. And this time he turns basically a loss of 2 into a gain of 1. And you'll take that any day of the week.
3 to the left, 1 to the right. Looking to throw it. Quick slant inside. Did he get enough? He did. 1st down on a lunge forward for Doug Spelling. That is extreme effort and a great impact made by the Queen City wide receiver.
Quick slants, quick throw, and quick catch from Doug Spelling. And he had to fight and stretch and claw. And it's deservingly so. I think Las Vegas is making the right challenge. That's very close from that 1st down, in my own opinion.
Yeah, that looks like it should be a replay on this as R62 has a chance to take another look under the hood. It looks like he's good there.
It's either the knees or the elbow that goes down first. Does he get through on this one?
I think they give it to him.
I think they will too, because that's right on that 1st down line. But that's close. That's really close.
Oh, they overturned it. Wow. They gave Vegas the benefit of the doubt there, and it does indeed cause a 4th down, I believe. I want to see where this is at. I think it was 4th down. No, it'll be 4th and inches. We've seen Queen City go for this before, and they were stopped on a 4th and inches earlier from just about the same spot. Clutch time. They do snap it. Jet Zero right through the middle. He is stopped. Oh, it's Vegas going back the other way.
And I thought at the start of that play, the offensive line did just enough to give Jet Zero enough space for that 1st down. That's why I said he's got it. But then I saw Day Drury and Yakov Zolotov come from out of nowhere to stop Jet Zero. And you talk about a crucial set of 2 decisions. Las Vegas makes the challenge, gets the challenge, does not lose their timeout, and then stops Queen City on 4th down to get the ball back near midfield.
Now they can start this whole Rochambeau back the other way with a touchdown. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Vegas trying to get back within 3 points if they can do it. Joseph Green, 7-step drop over the middle. That one's caught. Going to work methodically over the middle, it looks like, as they get 6 yards here. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And you know Joseph Green wanted to go deep there. That's why he went with the 7-step drop. And great job from the Queen City secondary to stop those deep receivers. It's probably Kirby and that was the big Kirby and Blades were the big options on that one.
So be a chance for Green. Left side puts it in Johnson's hand. Johnson has some momentum. He's got the 1st down. Scott Johnson works it toward the sideline. This 3rd quarter looks like it's getting better and better as we get towards a good finish.
Yeah, and this is kind of what Las Vegas wanted here. A nice little burst of speed from Scott Johnson. I thought B.J. Lovelace was going to beat him before the 1st down marker, and Johnson did a great job to kind of just get a little bit of extra speed, cross that 1st down marker, and a little bit more to give a new set of chains for this Fury squad.
I formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson's your deep back. They'll go to him. Try to get some yards forward. They do. Get about 6 yards. They'll say 2nd and 4 coming up. The SFL spotlights games in their own time slot. One final time this season on SFL Twitch. Monday, March 28th when Fort Worth faces Lone Star. The final special feature Guests from around the league are welcomed throughout the broadcast by a dynamic pair of SFL legends to discuss the game, the season, and the league. Don't miss out on the final Monday night special of season 18, 2 weeks from tonight. That is going to be over the middle. That one's caught. Got to break a tackle. Wow. He throws 10 to the 6-yard line. What an effort forward. And it's going to be a great ball, great run, and 1st and goal for Vegas.
And A-Star Miramontes with his own Chris Kolmasak impression, slipping his way past the secondary, just as Kolmasak has done about 2 or 3 times throughout this game, and gets herself wide open on that catch. Gets an extra set of yards inside the 10 with a 1st and goal situation. This is a blessing for Las Vegas.
Great run after the catch from A-Star. Chance for them to maybe get a little bit closer here. 1st and 10, tight offensive, or 1st and goal, tight offensive set. Got Johnson as the deep back. Looks to throw it, puts it to the outside. Johnson trying to break a tackle. He's going to get taken down at the line of scrimmage. What a tackle that was, and possibly a touchdown saving one at that.
Yeah, there's Cody Griffin on that far side there. He was basically the last line of defense on that side as everyone was blocking everybody else, and it relied on him to make the stop right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal. 2 in the backfield, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Johnson through the middle. He's going to get taken down hard at the 4-yard line. 3rd and goal coming up. Update from Arizona. 21-15. DC did just recover an onside kick. We'll wait for an update on that. There in the 4th quarter, DC recovered the onside kick after a field goal to put them within a touchdown.
And that's going to be big for DC. They've lost 3 of their last 4. If they can get back into this game and back into the standings, is going to be huge for them.
2 to the left, 1 to the right as we come back to Queen City. 3rd and goal. Joseph Green looks, plenty of time. Corner of the end zone. That's kicked off. Oh, what a play defensively to bring that one back. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. It's Cody Griffin.
And he has been the MVP of this set of downs alone here, making the big stop on 1st down, and this time on 3rd down makes a key interception, shifts the momentum around back to Queen City's side. They can breathe a sigh of relief, and this is only the 3rd quarter. We probably need to take a breath after all this.
This is a pretty clutch moment here for the Queen City defense. Now they can maybe put some more separation. That's over the middle. Caught. 1st down and more. Out to about the 33-yard line for the Queen City offense. 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that's a big, crucial catch from Hubba Kimbrell, who's had a small bit of involvement, but this time gets a nice little slant route just ahead of his linebacker counterpart and gets a nice catch for a quick 1st down.
Effort from the tight ends for Queen City today. James Matthew Jr. has a touchdown and a couple of extra catches. Hubba Kimbrell, who we don't see much of, has 2 catches, and both of them for pretty decent yardage and 1st downs. Under center is Caswell. He's got 2 in the backfield, 2 to the left as well. That's a free play. Caswell's got to take advantage of it. Puts it to the outside to 0. He's going to get close to the 1st down marker, but not quite enough, and I have a feeling they'll probably decline this penalty.
Yeah, and we saw that before in the 1st quarter, where they declined a penalty and got an 8-yard gain out of it. So it's probably going to be declined again and set up a 2nd and 2 out of this situation.
Yeah, no, they accept it this time. So they'll keep the 1st down, and it actually gave the 1st and 5 coming up here on this play. So an interesting decision that time. Apparently we call it and it's wrong, and so that's how that goes. But wow, crazy moments, and things are getting crazier in Arizona as well, as they're 4th down again with the game on the line from the Arizona 21. So DC's working on it. They're trying to get this comeback made. Queen City, though, trying to add more points. This will be left side. That one's caught. Not enough for the 1st down, but very close. And that will be a short 2nd down coming up here. James Matthew Jr. brings it in.
It's going to end up being a 2nd and 1 or 2nd and inches here, as James Matthew Jr. once again showing his athleticism, a great jump, and he reaches out with one hand to grab that catch just to make that play successful out of this. Just amazing.
Offset I formation. 7 in the box defensively. Chance for 0. We're going to see a big hit at him, but a huge hit is going to lay him down. A 3rd and 1 coming up here, and it's a pretty big 3rd down defensively for Arizona.
And you want to talk about big? You want to talk about big? Josh Skill just scored a touchdown for DC.
Yeah, he did. It gives them the lead, and in Queen City game, we are a 10-point deficit entering the 4th quarter of play. A couple of real good games going across the SFL family of networks. So very good work. 31-21. Queen City is a play, or needs a big play here. 3rd and 1 to keep this drive alive. Moving right to left across your screen. 7 in the box defensively for Vegas. Offset I formation. Looking to hand it off. That's 0. Moving upfield. He's got enough for the first down. And Queen City moves the chains. Big defensive lapse for Vegas on that.
Yeah, and it was a good job blocking just enough for Jet Zero just to get that first down. A little bit of a different effort from that Queen City offense entirely, instead of that 4th and inches play that they had before, just to get Jet Zero enough space to get first down.
First down and 10. 2 to the right. 2 in the backfield for AJ Caswell. Send 4. 0 has the ball in a lot of open field. Going to try to use the shoulder. That's not going to work. He's taken down as he's going to get close, but only about 8 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 2.
And you have to think from the Las Vegas perspective. You're at the 4th quarter. Time should be precious at this point, because you'll need 2 possessions to either tie or take the lead from them. So you're going to need to stop Queen City as quickly as you can. And it starts here with this 2nd and 2.
1 in the backfield. That's Jet Zero. 7 in the box defensively. Caswell will throw. That's a first down and more. Over to the 40-yard line. Yes, that's where he is dropped. And that is Hubba Kimbrell again with his 3rd catch of the day.
Yeah, and the issue there was that the corner sagged off way too far and left a wide open space down that middle, that pocket in the middle. It all depends on what kind of formation is played on that defense. Got to be small or huge, and this time it was way too big. Easy first down.
Set I formation. Caswell is 2 to the right, 1 to the left. On first down, handoff Jet Zero. Has a hole to run through. He's got a few. He's going to get 5 yards on that, make it 2nd and 5. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Under center, Caswell on a 2nd down play. Puts it in Zero's hands. Tries to get to the outside, gets the first down and more. Another first down for Queen City as they move the chains again. Side note, for those of you that want to hear the SFL soundtrack, Champions Will Rise is the name of the soundtrack that the SFL uses. That's available to listen to anytime on apmmusic.com. 1st and 10. 2 to the left, 2 to the right for Caswell under center. Looking to throw it. Caswell, plenty of time. Over the middle, caught!
Wow.
Oh, at the 4-yard line. He couldn't get back up. They're going to say he's caught it at the 5. That's Deezer Powell with a bomb over the middle.
And that's huge for Queen City. They're getting that big catch. They're definitely inside field goal range for Judah Dorgan, and they're even within striking distance of the end zone. Now getting to the 5-yard line. This is a big opportunity for Queen City to blow this game wide open and make it far out of reach for Las Vegas. This set of downs is key for the Corsairs.
Got to get a touchdown here if you're Queen City. Keep those playoff hopes alive. Vegas needs to stop in the worst way as well. Over the
wide.
top. That one is caught, and that's a Queen City Corsairs touchdown. It's Doug Spelling to maybe put this one out of reach.
And I called the Queen City Corsairs the Cardiac Kids back in week 8 when I was with Cameron Irvine up in the booth. And it seems to be the same situation here, giving everyone a cardiac arrest throughout this game, having Las Vegas come back, have these huge momentum shifts, but this time wide open. I've never seen a wide receiver that wide open on a goal line play in my life. And it's just an easy touchdown for Queen City as they now go up by possibly 17.
That's a huge touchdown to get. This is Queen City's 3rd drive of 10 plays or more in this football game. This one goes for 11 plays and 78 yards, and at no bigger time than right now. PAT is made. It's a 38 to 21 scoreline, and now with Vegas, they don't have much time left, but they do have some time. They need a touchdown very quickly.
Very quickly here. It's a huge gut punch, this drive, and they definitely need to go with their boom or bust plays.
Here we go. Kick is gone. Britton will grab it in the end zone, turn around, and take it away. He's going to move to the right. That is not going to work, and it is going to be 1st and 10 for Joseph Green and company as Britton's taken down. And again, quick strike offense is the name of the game for Vegas. It's what they do best. See if they can get one here.
Yeah, and we're going to really rely on Kirby and Blades to beat their corners. So watch both ends of the screen here and see if they can get any advantage on the inside or outside.
2 to the right, 1 to the left for Green, 2 in the backfield. Looking to throw it. Plenty of time. This one's an out route to the outside and getting out of bounds. That's a good effort to do so and stop the clock. And that is John Blades.
Yeah, and they're going to really rely on those two here as the clock reaches zeros for Arizona and DC. DC
Yes.
barely squeaking out a win against Arizona. Another heartbreaking loss for Arizona as the margin of victory between those two games now 3 points.
Yeah, it's been crazy, at least this one for sure, as DC comes up with a touchdown with 35 seconds left. Josh Gill wins it for the Dragons. And this will be a handoff here to Johnson through the middle, first down and a couple more as he gets a 1st and 10 play to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, and that one was just try to get a new set of downs and rely on Scott Johnson, kind of reset yourself, a very quick run play as well to kind of give a little bit of reprieve for the receivers who are going to have some heavy work in this last 7 minutes, that's for sure.
Tight offensive set, split backs. See if Queen City sends some extra help on a run blitz here. Not going to happen. Throw left side. That one is dropped. That one, I'm not sure if it was just a poorly thrown ball or just a mistimed route. Either way, didn't work, and it'll be a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna fault that to the receiver more than anything because he just wasn't prepared for that pass. When you're going with a quick out route, you have to be wary. You got to have your head on a swivel 360 to see, because you know you're going to be open on those short out routes, especially when you see the corner sagging back. So you need to turn around and look at your quarterback.
Offset eye, tight offensive set again. See where they go with this. This could be another quick out. Handoff instead to Johnson. He's going to try to find a hole. He does. Gets himself a couple yards forward to a 4-yard gain. That's something he's been very good at. Even when he has the smallest of holes through the middle, he's able to just find a way to get himself 4 or 5 yards downfield to at least give them a good start to this set of downs.
Yeah, and it's not been an overly great game for the offensive line, but the offensive line is doing just enough for Scott Johnson to do his own work, like you said.
Under center. 2 in the backfield. Green will throw. 7-step drop. Moves up in the pocket. Throws on the run, but he's hit as the ball was going forward. That's a big hit to take. And it will be 4th and 5 as Krim comes up to make the hit.
And it looked to be one of those throws off the back foot that was going to occur on Joseph Green's end. But Andre Krim grabbing the foot as quickly as possible as Las Vegas decides to punt here instead of go for it, which I think is the smart decision as they're kind of a little bit too deep in their own territory to kind of think about that.
Yeah, but, they turn it over and let up a score in this game. So
very easy.
Punt upcoming and returnable from Ochoa, who is absolutely lit up. What a punt for Dustin McRack, by the way. He's almost 50 yards per punt right now, and that's a long bomb there.
Yeah, and that has to be the longest of his game, and that's a huge play from McRack's leg to kick it. I want to say that was at least 55 yards in the air, at the very least. Just a great kick.
Yep, that kind of resets the position battle as well. Queen City starts out from their own 19. 2 to the right, handoff, going to be for Jet Zero, has plenty of room, broken tackle, and he's going to find himself 6 yards. Looked like it should have been 7, but either way, it's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and Queen City's probably going to rely a lot on Jet Zero and Chris Kalmasak, whether it be through catches or blocking 4-0. But we're going to see a lot of action here as they try to shed off even more clock and make this game even more insurmountable.
They're going to try. See if they can do it. Under center. Caswell to throw it. Puts it to the outside to Jet Zero. Got to break this. He can't do it. Make it 3rd and 3. He does get a yard, but no further than that. Coverage of the Simulation Football League on Next Level Sports continues Saturday, March 26th. First, the playoff rematch between London and Arizona, followed by a rivalry in the Pacific between Vancouver and LA. Bonus coverage includes San Diego, Houston, and Tulsa against Florida. Coverage starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Visit nlse.com to find Next Level Sports in your area. That's over the middle. Looked like it should have been DPI there, as that was a hit over the middle of the field. They're going to say incomplete pass instead in 4th down, and that is a blessing for Vegas.
Yeah, it's 50-50 always with those defensive pass interferences when it comes to either throwing that flag or not, especially when it comes to like a game of inches with
Yeah.
those kind of things. So they decide not to go with the DPI on that one, force it a fourth down. Very interesting because I too thought that might have been pass interference on that, but nonetheless, here we are.
This will be a punt upcoming. Back deep is Doug Britton. Over the midfield line, but not much past Britton with a juke. We'll get back to midfield and into Queen City territory. That's a good return with not a lot of space. 1st and 10 coming for the Fury.
And with 5.5 left to go, you have to think, go deep on this drive here. Just not many plays. Make it a short drive and get that score because time is running out for you with 17 points with 5.5 left to go. And Queen City's probably running the ball a lot with Jet Zero. You need to use as little time as possible.
31 yards through the air and the punt, 26 net yards. Thanks to our statistician, Tyler Falk, for that number. That's going to be a throw on the run again. We just saw that from the last drive, and DJ Majesty comes up to put a huge look on the quarterback, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and if you're going to throw on the run, you got to know how much space you have in the pocket. And in this case, the defensive ends for Queen City basically shortened that pocket that Joseph Green had to almost none. So I think that was an ill-advised attempt to kind of throw in the air for Joseph Green. He's got to be a little bit smarter.
2 to the left, 2 in the backfield as well. 7 in the box defensively for Queen City. Stacking the box a little bit. See how they do in coverage here. Green will throw short. Gotta bring the ball in, secure it, make it a 3rd and medium to open up the playbook for Vegas. This is a massive 3rd down, biggest of the day so far for Vegas on offense.
Look to be a fullback option for A-Star Miramontes as she's decided to go with the curl instead of the out and gets a nice catch and sets up a 3rd and medium situation so that they can at least try to get the 1st down. But we've got 3 receivers at the top. I would focus on that.
Yeah, bunch left. Green has the football. Quick drop, letting the routes develop over the middle of the field. That one's caught. 1st down and more inside the 30 to the 25. And that is where Vegas will start up again. They're in field goal range at this point, but they're not looking for a field goal. 1st and 10. Chance for Green. Has the football deep over the middle. That one's caught. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Same play, same result. And that is a Mason Kirby hat trick in the 4th quarter.
Wasn't too much of the same play there as we saw the bunches up the top make a little bit of different formations. One receiver actually went with a streak route, but it left, like you said, it left Mason Kirby wide open on that right side, kind of being a little bit of a misdirection and giving that opportunity to get himself open just enough for Joseph Green to thread an absolute needle to Kirby's side as he has been the entirety of this receiving offense for this Las Vegas squad, and now they're back in this game again.
They are indeed only back 10 points. If this extra point goes through, it is up, and it is through. Only 49 seconds taken off of the clock during that possession. It was 4 plays and 49 yards that Vegas was able to cap off that drive in. So now decision time. 4:49 to go. I think you think about an onside kick here, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Onside kick attempt with 4.5 minutes to go. This ball has to travel to at least the 40-yard line to be valid. Here we go. Ball is up in the air. That one's on the ground. Dangerous ball, but it looks like Queen City may have gotten it, and they do. Oh, what a play. Max Jackson was close, but he couldn't bring that one in. It'll be 1st and 10 for Queen City in Vegas territory.
When that onside kick went off, I was and that was going pretty fast on there. I was thinking, oh boy, that might not be good. And then the bobble happened. I was like, oh boy, that might not be good. And then it resulted nonetheless in Queen City still getting the football.
Yeah, they do indeed have it. Now is the time when Vegas' defense needs to step up. Handoff, Jet Zero through the middle. Gets himself, looks like 5 yards. And 6 yards, 2nd and 4 after he gets a little more time taken off this clock.
Yeah, and you have to think from Las Vegas's defensive side, there's only one way that Queen City's going to go, and that's going to be shedding the clock. So a lot of Jet Zero, a lot of short route passes, so don't think about anything deep. Keep everything close and just try to demolish everyone that you can.
And if you are going to give up points here, it has to be a field goal. You cannot give up a touchdown in this spot. Offset I formation, 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Queen City. Caswell looking to put this game away. Taking some time off the clock as well. Handoff Jet Zero, left side. Might be able to take the edge, but a great tackle in the open field to the 38-yard line as Day Drury, who's been one of the defensive MVPs for Vegas today, comes up and makes another play.
And that's going to be his 10th tackle in this game as well. He's just been all over the place for this Las Vegas defense. And this time he recognized it from the get-go, knowing that Jet Zero was going to stretch run onto the left side, and just manages to get him right at the line.
3rd and 4. Big 3rd down for Vegas defensively. Biggest so far. Need to get themselves a stop if they can do it. Looking to throw it. Caswell, plenty of time. Right side, got to make this tackle. And they do not. They get the 1st down. What a play and a good effort forward from, I believe that was Chris Komasak, the fullback.
Yeah, and Chris Magel decided to wrap the body instead of maybe going for the push to the sidelines, and that probably proved fatal for this Las Vegas team as we get closer to 3 minutes left to go in this game, and Queen City's got another set of downs to use.
They do. Plenty more time to take off that clock as well. 3 timeouts still for Vegas. 3 timeouts for Queen City. Not that they're looking to use them right now. That's going to be 0 with the football. Big hit coming. Oh, what a shoulder tackle. He gets a few yards more forward. 7 yards in this play. 2nd and 3 after he lays the wood again.
That has got to be the 4th time that Merrick Itera has met the shoulder of Jet Zero and has resulted himself in falling to the ground in record time. It's just been an awful experience for Itera, and you have to believe that they're going to keep going that way.
Merrick Itera is trying to say it with his chest, but it seems like Jet Zero's shoulder is just a little bit louder. Offset I formation. Zero's in the backfield. Tight defensive set for Vegas. Handoff. Zero looking to get through. He breaks the tackle, trying to get to the 1st down marker. He's not going to, and make it a 3rd and 1. And again, now we come to another biggest 3rd down defensive stop or chance for the Vegas defense.
Yeah, and Queen City, this will be their 16th attempt on 3rd downs, and they've converted 10 of them. They've been really, really good throughout this game for converting 3rd downs. Las Vegas, it's time to just hamper down. Get them behind the line or neutralize any passing plays as we get to the 2-minute warning.
That'll bring us to the last 120 seconds of action here in Queen City. It's a 10-point game, but it seems a lot closer than that the way these two teams are playing. It's the Simulation Football League on YouTube, presented by APM Music. 3rd and 1. A 1st down will likely start the trail of timeouts defensively for Vegas. That's a chance for Zero. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Vegas does take a timeout, but it does mean that Queen City will likely be able to put up a field goal here and at least keep it to a 2-possession game, which could mean that Vegas, if they were able to score, can use another onside kick.
You just saw Anthony Stover, A.K. Jones, and I think that was Sam Yeager on the other side. 3 defenders just demolishing that Queen City offensive line to get to Jet Zero. Just an amazing show of strength from that defensive line.
It is a 42-yarder from here. Right hash mark. Kick is up from Judah Dorgan, and it is good. No issue there. 41 officially will get them their 41st point of the day as well, and it does stay within 2 touchdowns, and this next drive for Vegas likely will be the last one of the game.
And the more important thing for Judah Dorgan is that he stays perfect. He's now 21 of 21 this season, probably just catching up behind that huge gap between him and Otis Boudreau, who's just had an amazing season over in Louisiana. I don't think there's any chance in reaching him, but you can definitely try.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been very good for Queen City as he adds on another 3 points. Here we go. Chance for Doug Britton. Tell you what, it would be great for him to make an impact here if he can get this team deep into offensive territory. Big move past 1, but then he is absolutely lit up at about the 23-yard line. They'll say the 24. And that is where Vegas will start this drive. Let's see what kind of cardiac arrest that the Fury can cause. If they can get a quick strike on offense, this becomes a whole new ball game.
And I'm going to sound like a broken record for the rest of this game, but Kirby and Blades, those are the 2 focuses here.
See where they go. Deep over the middle. Need it! They got it at midfield. Timeout taken by Vegas. and they continue to move the ball at near the midfield stripe.
Yeah, and the one guy that's been the benefactor of this whole offense for Las Vegas, Mason Kirby. He had 98 before this, and he's definitely going to get over 120 after this one. Just again, those two guys, John Blades and Mason Kirby, probably have the best feet in the SFL. They're one of the fastest receivers in this league, and if they can get themselves open, Joseph Green has no other choice than to throw it to him. And at this point, Mason Kirby is the main guy to look for.
24 yards on that bomb over the middle. Joseph Green in the gun, 4 wide. Play action, looking to throw it. Left side on the out route. Tip and incomplete, but the clock stops, which is important on that particular play.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a sigh of relief if you're a Vegas fan here, as that ball was about 3 or 4, I would say maybe 7 feet up in the air, just being ready to be caught by anyone. And there was 3 Queen City defenders around the vicinity, and it manages to fall to the grass. So a little bit of a breath now, Las Vegas.
3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Another 4 wide set. We'll see where they go. Got to get the first down. And out of bounds if you can. Whoa. That's tipped in incomplete. Again, they stop the clock. And again, it goes to a 3rd and 10.
It looked to be an all slants from what I could see. So BJ Loveless, all that he really needed to do was get in front of someone, and try to just reach his hands over. And luckily enough, the football manages just to go right in front of his face and deflect down. So now a key 3rd and 10 for Las Vegas.
5 wide. See if they can make it happen. In the gun, Green, deep, left side, that one's caught! First down and more, but he doesn't get out of bounds. John Blades does not get out of bounds, which means the clock should continue to go, and that is a dangerous ball. They do take their last timeout, and here we go. Now they have no way to stop the clock unless they get out of bounds.
No, and they're probably going to have to go deep on all 4 of these plays if it goes to 4 plays here on this set of downs, because they've only got 17 to the end zone, and you've got 3 possession receivers essentially to rely in Blades, Kirby, and Britton. So look for one of those guys.
Looking to throw it. Green over the middle. That one's caught. Close. They've got to get back to the line very quickly. It's an 8-yard completion. 2nd and 2. They do get in position. Got to clock this. If they decide to spike it, it wouldn't be a bad idea. They're going to run the play. Green again over the crossing pattern. They do run the same play, and it is indeed another completion. It is 2nd and goal. Or first and goal. Chance, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Gotta call this.
Here. They got a man down right now.
They're a man. Yeah, they are a man down. You're right. Why are they a man down in a no huddle?
That's interesting. There's a man down. There's no medical timeout. What's going on?
Yeah, I think we may have run into an issue on the field. I'm not sure exactly what's up. And this is something we have not seen. There is a problem. Oh, their man down is on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep. So they can't start the play with the guy on the opposite side. And yeah.
Right. And it was a wide receiver that was down in the end zone. He is injured. So they're going to call a penalty on this. I think they're going to delay of game on the offense here. Okay. That's the first time that I've ever seen anything like that. And the first time commissioner in chat saying the first time he's seen anything like that either. In a first and goal scenario, that just removed a lot of time from the clock as well.
Mm-hmm. And it makes this game so almost impossible for this Las Vegas team now. But they need to score on this play.
They have to. Yeah, this is a requirement. Got to score. Green to the outside. Going to try to work it towards the pylon. He will get in. That's a touchdown for Scott Johnson. Now is when things get interesting because they have a chance to recover the onside kick. They're within 6 points or 7 points right now with an extra point looming.
And I think the big thing here is that they need to go for 2 as well, because it'll make it 41-36, and it'll make it that if they score a touchdown, that they could possibly tie this game. So they would have to go for the 2, in my personal opinion.
They can actually get the touch. No, they can tie it with a touchdown without the 2 point now. Even if they miss this extra point, they're within 7.
Gotcha.
So they're okay. Yep. This is the extra point coming though. This is a need if they want to win it with a touchdown, if they recover the extra point, or the onside kick. And this is up, and it is through. So now this is probably your ball game here. Matt Rage puts it through. Queen City needs to end this game with an onside recovery, and Las Vegas trying to continue it with an onside recovery themselves.
The thing is, the last time they got the onside recovery, there was a little bit of a bobble. So there is a legitimate chance for this Las Vegas team to recover this.
They're going to do what they can. Hands team out for Vegas and for Queen City. Got to get it to the 40. It bounces to the 40. It is in Queen City possession. They have the football, and that will likely put them in victory formation.
Yeah, and with no timeouts left, I think this is the game for Vegas. And I have to say, valiant effort from this Fury squad, because they've been down by 14 plus on 3 different occasions, and they managed to make this a football game even in the third quarter when they were down 11. So a great job from this Las Vegas team, a great show of heart.
Yeah, absolutely. But this is a victory formation for Queen City, who is actually going to end up getting back to 500. That is great work. A couple of straight wins for those guys, as they are going to put themselves right in the thick of things in the playoff picture with a couple of weeks to go. That is important. As we come to the last, 13 seconds. Clock continues to go 9 seconds, and that will likely be the last play of this football game. But Queen City going, I'm going to call it a survival game. They came through and played very well in the first couple of quarters. Vegas made it very interesting, but their comeback attempt comes up short. 41-35 Queen City over Vegas, and we come back to Brett Solberg for your thoughts on a very offensive-minded game.
Well, the one thing I have to think about right now is that I hope that the Buffalo ambulances were nearby for the fans, because again, it's another heart attack inducing game to watch for Queen City. This is about, I would say, easily the 5th or 6th time that Queen City's had such a close game and has gone up and down, back and forth. The easiest I can remember is their Baltimore game that was super close as well, and they've induced so many hospital visits, at least for this team. But nonetheless, they get the victory here. They're on to 500, and the big key was their passing game, because AJ Caswell was absolutely unreal. 46 of 53. We have here 437 yards. They relied on a lot of these short passing routes. They averaged 8.2 yards per attempt, so they relied on these short plays and rely on the receivers and the running backs to get those catch and run opportunities, and that's what's successful for them. They got everyone involved, and it resulted in Las Vegas kind of being on their feet all game. But for Las Vegas, the big thing for them is it was really reliant on those big plays, the boomer bust plays, which it worked relatively successful, I would say. They only resulted in 1 turnover out of it, so a lot of more boom than bust. But it's going back next week and kind of just chalking things up, going back to the training room and figuring things out.
Yep, there's 4 more games left tonight on this Sunday. 7 o'clock and 7:20 Eastern. Lone Star at 7 against Vancouver. London and Sioux Falls at 7:20. 9 and 9:20 Florida and Louisiana. And then San Diego at Mexico City. Twitch, YouTube, respectively, for those games. AJ Caswell, your player of the game, 433 through the air, 4 touchdowns and a 128 QB rating. Good work from him and the rest of the Queen City staff. For Tyler Falk, Shane Kaufman, Cameron Irvine, and Brett Solberg, I'm Chris Curtis saying goodbye and good night from Buffalo. We'll see you in just a little bit for the next game on our SFL slate for Sunday.
Bye.